and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. Guys, today we have something exceptionally odd. We have a cold steel axe, but look back here. It's split on the back of it. Guys, I've never seen an axe like this. So normally, when you see an axe, this is solid. There's nothing, there's no extra back there. Normally, the way these handles are put in, this side on the top is larger than the bottom. So they push them through, get them through, and then they take a wooden wedge. They cut this down the middle, about as wide as long as the head is, and they put a wooden wedge in there, and then they put 2 or 3 steel wedges to wedge it both out and further out. I've never seen one like this because this one is made where the back actually pinches the handle. Now, this is by far the oddest axe I've ever had. Cold steel has in the past impressed me. You saw on the Axe versus Axe video, by the way, if you haven't seen that, go watch it. You saw that Cold Steel did a really good job. So we're going to try this out. Now, again, they did not send a sheath with this. So axes sold without sheaths or with that little rubber deal on it are almost never sharp to begin with. So what I'm going to do, I have a file and I have something in here which you might be able to see a little bit of. I've got these things here. I'm actually going to sharpen this before we go out on our adventures today. So I'm going to put you looking down at my knee because that's where I'm going to be working. I don't have a table here. I'm not doing this with fancy equipment. It's a file and that thing over there that you'll find out about a little bit later. But guys, let me switch you to looking at my knee. All right, guys, so we're down on my knee now, and I've got our axe right here. Now, the edge of this is serviceable for splitting purposes, but we want to get it a little bit better than that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my file. This is a regular metal file. I don't think this is, if memory serves, this is a hyper tough file. So it's not even an expensive file. You can probably get this you can get this at Walmart for 10, 15 bucks at the most. I don't remember what I paid for it though. But we're going to take our file. We're going to have the same angle and we're going to file that once, twice, 3 times. And you can already see my file marks. Most of the time these heads are dipped in varnish. So you can see in my file, maybe, you can see little old things in there that look like little pieces of plastic. That's varnish. That's to keep this from rusting in the store. But we're gonna just run our file over that just a few times. And then whenever we're finished running our file, look, you can see it even more now. More of that varnish in it. But we've got a pretty decent amount of that stuff off. Let me hit her one more time. Hit her from the other side. Alright, I think that's plenty enough to get the varnish off that side. Let's do the same on the other. So all we're going to do is flip this over. Now, of course, I would normally flip this to the other knee, and I guess I could. Let me just move you all rather than change what I do. So put this on that other knee, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to just not, and we're not really putting a lot of force into this. We're just trying to knock that varnish off. Okay, so we've got a serviceable edge on this, but I want it even sharper. Guys, I'm the world's worst when it comes to doing this. I like to sharpen and file and work and piddle. But guys, we're gonna, oh yeah. Yeah, that's feeling real good. Let's give her another whack or two on this other knee. Yeah, that's getting real good. So, let me bring you back where you're looking at me again. So now, we're gonna take our mystery item out of the measuring cup. So, if you're an experienced woodsman, you'll know just what I'm about to show you. But if you're not, you may be confused. So, all that's in that is water. This is a Lansky sharpening puck. Now, these are very great sharpening stones, but when you're using a stone like this, you have to soak them, or they're going to clog up and they're not going to work as good. Now, there is a coarse side and a fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our axe up here. I'll put you all down so I don't have to be so awkwardly angled. But we're going to get our axe up here, and we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I'm using the right side. I thought for a second I started with the wrong side. But we're just going to go up and down. And that was around about 5 times. Guys, we're not professionals here. We're functional. And I'm going to turn this around to look at me for this side. But we're going to just do circles in order to help us get a reasonable edge. Guys, this is not going to pop hair. This is not going to be something that I can sit here like a, axeman and go, oh yeah, let me just shave that little part off. Missed it this morning. That's not going to be a thing. That's something you see in the movies and you see in stuff that is far, far more worked on than this. This stone is not going to get you to that point. Neither is the file. You'd need a lot different equipment and a lot more of it. What we're just doing, we're getting something serviceable. And serviceable is not that difficult to get to. Okay, guys, I think that's serviceable enough to suit me. So, all there is to it is to go do it, man. So, we'll see you in the woods. All right, now, we have made it out to the frigidly cold woods. I really should have worn a jacket, but I didn't because I'm going to be doing stuff. So, guys, we're going to take a few whacks at this tree right here and see not so much how the axe cuts. I want to know if the head loosens up on it. And can I do anything about it? Of course, I don't, they don't give you tools with this. So let's see if it gets a little loose as we're hitting. Let's give ourselves a little more room. Let's knock that down. See what I mean? I'm not really worried about how well the axe will cut. I think the axe will cut just fine. By the way, this handle has a nice grain pattern and a big wide handhold at the end of it. I like that. But this, always hit your tree before you hit it if it's got snow on it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with snow down your neck. And that's not fun for anyone, except for the person that sees you do it. But, guys, we're going to give her 4 whacks, and I'll let you see what it looks like. So, all right, guys, so let's look it over. So reasonably deep and chipped out really good. It really did good as far as the actual doing of it. Let's give it a few more whacks. Make sure you can see everything. One more. Boom, gone. So let's check and see if this has any wiggle. Well, it splits good. Guess we already figured that out. Oh. There is some movement. Look. So, yes, this will work loose. Looks like it's an Allen head. I don't have an Allen head with me. So guys, we're gonna tighten this up, and we're gonna go do some other stuff with it and see if it loosens back up. Because it's already loose, a little loose now. Like I say, loose. No bueno. Filming a little thing. Oh, okay. I want none of this to be here. I wouldn't dare leave a mess for you, no way to be hacked. Y'all are always good.
The amp saw you down here. Said they were working on something now.
Well, now to her credit, I lowered the gate and rolled that big chopping block out. So she wasn't wrong in what she saw. She just didn't know exactly what it was. Yeah, and that's just fine. Had a short visit with our people that work here. They thought that I was throwing out stuff. I was just setting up so that I could film for you all. I don't know if you all could hear that conversation, but the old man that helps out here, very nice, very wonderful man. And if he ever sees this, you're a real one, man. I really like you. You're my kind of people. But guys, I'm gonna set up this other thing and get to it. All right, guys, so we've got us a short piece of firewood here. This is like something that I might use for like camping purposes. I don't need a giant piece for camping, but let's see how we are at splitting. Does this axe split good? Do these hang up as you're trying to split, or do they help it split? I don't know, but I'm about to find out. Not a problem. Let's get them back up here and do it again. Stay. All right. Not a problem. Not a problem. I didn't even have to swing hard. So this is a pretty decent splitter for that much wood. Now let's see how it does for a long piece. I've got a long piece sitting right here. It's about twice as tall. Of course, like always, we put our wood on the far side of our chopping block. That way, if we miss, we might have a shot at hitting the block before we hit our leg, or we throw it out behind us, or some other thing happens. But let's see how we do chopping something a bit larger. Okay, goes in good. We're gonna turn it over and hit it on the back like we did the other ones. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let's split her into quarters. All right, let's try this here. Not a problem. Not a problem in any way of saying it. Because, guys, this seems to be a pretty decent splitter. Now, the big question, no more wood than we've split. Did our head loosen at all? Let's get it up tight where you can hear it. No, our head is good and tight. So, so far, our head has stayed tight since I tightened it back up. So, what I'm thinking happened, I think this came to me loose. And I just didn't notice until I started hitting stuff with it. But now that it's tight, it hasn't budged even 1 inch. But guys, we're gonna keep testing this on this piece of log here on the ground. I'm gonna hit it a few more times and see if it loosens up. All right, let's hit her a few more times. Nope. Still tight as can be. So guys, I think that's all the testing I'm gonna do. Let me get myself cleaned up and I'll get back with you. All right guys, so we have extensively tested out the Cold Steel Hudson Bay camp axe. I don't think I ever told you exactly which Cold Steel axe this was, but it's the Hudson Bay camp axe. We've thoroughly tested this weird axe out with this split back. Now, guys, we learned a few things. One, Cold Steel makes a really good product. My axe is still reasonably sharp. My axe worked well, split well, cut okay. This one didn't cut quite as good as the last axe from Cold Steel that I tested. By the way, that video's in the description. But would I buy another one of these? Or would I suggest one of you to buy this? Yes. After the debacle that was the loosening of the head, I know now when you buy this axe, make sure that you tighten these yourself. Because after I tightened them, you saw I beat and I thrashed and I smashed on hard, seasoned wood. And it didn't care. I even hit on the back of it when I was splitting that big piece of wood. Bam! Didn't care. And that gives me great confidence that this head and this handle are going to last a long time. Also, too, this is going to be easy to change if ever you need to change it. Now, there is, in this section here, you might be able to see that. There's a little section there. That is where there is a little steel rod. And that way, if you look at the bottom, you may not be able to tell. There's not a slot for that. That bottom, that steel rod keeps it from going, boom, flying off, which is probably the biggest reason this was safe for me when the head was loose. So guys, love that feature. Loved that feature. But I would buy this again. I would buy this for other people. I would suggest for you to go to Cold Steel and buy this product because it is safe, it works, and if you ever need another handle for it, they're reasonably easy to change. All you have to do is loosen these up and boom, hit the handle out of it and you're ready to change to a new handle. But guys, that's all there is to say on this. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification. If you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? It costs you nothing and it means a lot to me. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.